Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about how to make your 2018 the best year yet. So today I have 5 tips for you guys on how to make this year a little bit more productive, a little bit more organized, and just following a couple of simple steps to making your life a lot easier and smoother this year. So tip number 1 is to become a decision maker. Now I'm sure you guys are thinking and probably saying to yourself, I do make decisions every single day. And so do I, but the decisions that I am talking to you guys about are the ones that, you're either putting off or that you're questioning yourself about, just things that you really think about all the time that you really want to implement in your life. And the kind of things that I will particularly be doing this year is really deciding what I want to do with my life and what direction I want my life to go in. What kind of career do I want to have? What kind of hobbies do I want to do? If you guys are wanting to start something maybe like a YouTube channel, or you want to become an influencer on Instagram or YouTube, whatever you want to do, you need to make those decisions now, and you need to stop saying that you should have and just say that you will do it. So just make sure that you guys are saying that you will do it. Just start it now. It is something that is super important. There is no time like the present, and just get those decisions done. So tip number 2 is to make your goals a habit. Now this is something that I personally started implementing in my life quite a lot last year, and I definitely noticed quite a difference. And my goals were really focused around social media and growing, my social media family. And I really did notice quite a big difference, especially on Instagram. I still do have a smallish family, but it is still growing nevertheless. But making sure that you are setting aside a little bit of time at least once a week. I would say do it every single day, but if you can, just focus on it at least once per week, and just making sure that you're reassessing your goals, making sure that you're making time for them at least once a week to make sure that you are getting towards your goals a little bit more every single day if you can. But if you can't, do it at least once a week. That way you are slowly getting towards your goals, and making it more so of a habit is just going to make sure that you get to your goal a lot quicker. And some of the goals that I particularly, again, want to do this particular year is filming at least once a week to really produce at least 2 videos a week. That's just my particular goal. This is already what I'm doing, but I want to keep up with it quite a bit. So if you're someone who wants to start a YouTube channel, or if you want, again, to become more of a present influencer on Instagram, making sure that you're setting aside a little bit of time to take your photos for the week. If you can, of course, that's what I like to do myself, just to make sure that I've got a little bit of content for the week. And of course, it does definitely help, because it is actually quite hard coming up with a post at least once a day. Especially when you're wanting to put out quality content, it is quite difficult. So just making sure that you are prepping yourself and making sure that that becomes a habit per week, so you do have quite consistent content just for the whole entire week. So making sure that your goals definitely become your habits. So take photos, film your videos, at least once or twice a week if you can. But on the other end of the spectrum, if you don't want to do anything to do with social media, it could be something as simple as making sure that you're meal prepping once a week, or if you want to make more of like home cooked meals at least 4 or 5 nights of the week, which is definitely something that I want to personally implement quite a lot into my life. I feel like I am such a throw and go kind of person. Like, I feel like I barely ever make like really good home cooked meals, which is something that I really want to experiment with this year. So something like that is definitely a goal. I definitely want to turn that into a habit, is cooking home cooked meals at least 4 to 5 times a week. Now, tip number 3 is to focus on your relationships. Now, again, this is something that I feel like we all take advantage of, and I know I also do, and it's something that I would really love to definitely focus on this year. You really want to focus on those people who are quite motivating and who are really going to lift up your, your goals and your end game. So if you guys have any kind of friends that have very similar interests, definitely focus on those relationships and collaborate with people and talk to people. And you just want to talk to people who are like-minded, have those in your friend groups. You'll definitely find that a lot more positive people will definitely make you more of a positive person. It's definitely a thing with who you hang out with the most is definitely someone that you will definitely become, and they really rub off on you quite a lot. So definitely hang out with those people who are quite positive, who are really uplifting, and who are definitely going to help you with your end game and with your goals, of course. So in terms of focusing on certain relationships, this can definitely be, you know, your family, making sure that you're messaging and calling them and making sure that everyone is okay. I feel like at the moment, in the last couple of months, I feel like I've just not only heard, but I have known people who are just, you know, something's gone wrong with them, someone's been like diagnosed with something, someone's passed away. Like, I feel like we take advantage of people who are in our current lives way too often, and I feel like we don't spend enough time with people that we already have in our lives. So definitely make sure that you spend a little bit more time with those who are quite close to you this year, just because you never know when someone's day is going to be their last, and honestly you guys will regret it if you don't spend that time with them. But in terms of meeting new people, definitely make sure that you're spending a little bit of time with them as well, making sure that you're messaging them and just, you know, like I said, collaborating with them and really just taking an interest and really getting to know someone and really just connecting with that person. So tip number 4 is something very simple, but it is just being more organized. Now, I am definitely going to be doing a lot more videos on organizational stuff, really motivating things. This is definitely something that I am quite passionate about myself. I love being organized. I love planning things. I love just planning everything the month ahead, and a couple of you guys have requested that I do that you guys can see how I plan things, see how, you know, I just come up with ideas and how I store them and everything. So I will hopefully be doing a video on that sometime soon. But just being more organized can honestly mean so many things, you know, whether if that's writing down your plans. You know, me particularly, I like to write down everything that I have to do in the day and in the month. So whether if that's appointments, if I have to make phone calls, what kind of videos I want to do, when I have to edit videos, post Instagram posts, post blog posts, take photos for Instagram, literally anything that I have to do, as well as work as well. I literally schedule everything in. So whether if that's that kind of organization, or if it's something like prepping everything the night before. So if you have work, or if you have the gym and you have a really early start, making sure that you're prepping everything the night before to make sure that you are as organized as possible. Just little things like that, you can really game change the way that you think. Is that a thing? Guys, just plan everything the night before, making sure that you are well and truly organized for that morning. And tip number 5 is something that is definitely something that I have been doing quite regularly, I think, over the last month or so, and that is being grateful. And I don't know if you guys realize how powerful it is to, you know, remember all the things that you have received or things that you have in your life. Just being grateful for the things that you guys have in your life definitely makes you see the bigger picture. Honestly, I have definitely seen and heard a lot of things that have made me quite grateful for the things that I have already got in my life, and that is something super basic, like having a super supportive family, a really good community with girls that I work with, you know, to a really supportive fiance. And you know, it could be just something super grateful, like you have a bed to sleep in, you've got a house over, or you've got like a roof over your head, you've got fresh food to eat every single day. Me personally, having a medical condition, I'm really grateful for, you know, being able to purchase all of my medical supplies without having any issues, or, you know, just being grateful for the things that you guys already have is definitely something that I feel like everybody should do a lot more often. And I feel like I've tried to implement this into Josh's life quite a lot, because I feel like we all take for granted what we have, and things that come so easily to us is something that a lot of us definitely do take for granted. And things that I definitely complain about sometimes when I'm in a bit of a cranky mood, I'm just like, I've got nothing to wear, I've got nothing to eat. Literally, these are the smallest things that are first world problems, honestly. So if you guys just sit down and take a second to remember what you guys are grateful for, whether if it's just a couple of things, write them down, review them at the end of the day, it will definitely make you feel a lot better about what you already have, and you'll realize the journey that you've been on. Just be grateful for the journey that you're currently on, and just be grateful for everything that you guys have. But those guys are the 5 tips that I would recommend you guys implementing into your lives for the year of 2018. These are just a couple of my tips and tricks that I have really been pushing into my life and pushing into pretty much anyone who will listen to me's lives. But I feel like these are some super easy tips and tricks that you guys can definitely include into your everyday lives. And honestly, you guys probably won't even realize how simple these are, but they really will make quite a big difference. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.